Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Now that Trump has been chosen, and there's a difference between chosen and elected, the thing about it is, what is he going to do about this PPP loan mess? Now, here's the thing about it. People had a couple questions about the PPP loan forgiveness. And they was wondering, like, if I already been forgiven for my PPP loan, and can I face prosecution? Well, the thing about it, if you committed fraud, you committed fraud, all right? So that's number one. If you intentionally went in to get this PPP loan on fraudulent activity, even if it was forgiven, you still can be persecuted, okay? So don't think because you was forgiven, you closed your company down, that you're off the hook. It doesn't work like that, all right? Once they figure out, keep going through the list and stuff, and they start reaching out to people, it's going to be a different situation. Now, the reason I say this about Trump is that since Trump is in office, I'm pretty sure he has a lot of people that he's associated with that may be on that list as well, okay? Not calling them criminals or whatever, but even while Biden was in office and stuff like that, they was finding some people that was associated with Trump that was getting fraudulent PPP loans, all right? So will that bring up for him to discuss whether he is going to forgive all PPP loans? It would be great for a lot of people, but we don't know, all right? So that's the first one. The next question somebody asked, again, if they're married, okay? Say that somebody had got a PPP loan, right? And then after they got married, after they got the PPP loan, okay? So then you cannot be held liable for it unless you merge your accounts prior to being married, okay? Again, by me not being an attorney, a CPA, you definitely would have to talk with an attorney, a CPA. But long as you were not mixed up in the situation, like I said, it's a lot of times, a lot of people that are criminals, they get married to somebody so they won't testify against them, right? So the thing about it, by you not knowing what somebody had done or whatever, and you married that person or whatever, they may not hold you liable, okay? But again, that's something you would have to take up with a attorney or a CPA. Now, some people was wondering, well, how come the PPP loan people are being persecuted and the people with EIDL loan? The reason for that is because it was two different guidelines, two separate guidelines for that, okay? And by the way, those that did get the EIDL loan, all right, and you filed, you dissolved your company because you couldn't pay it back or whatever, those people, they cannot qualify for any other SBA loans as well, okay? Now, again, in terms of, did they get their documentation, submit their documentations the same way as the EIDL loan? Again, two separate processes. And because of those two separate processes, that's the reason why they are not being prosecuted on the EIDL loan. Now, here's something that you all are not aware of, many of you all may not be aware of. Since Trump has been chosen, again, there's a difference between chosen and elected. Here's the thing about it. He was talking about those tariffs, tax, right? Putting tariffs on China, Mexico, and stuff like that. Well, what he did, he created this fear frenzy. And so what that means that a lot of the American-based companies, okay, that buy their products from China, that buy their products from Mexico and stuff like that, because of their cash reserves, now they're spending that cash reserves to buy up more supplies before he gets in office. Well, guess what's going to happen? Those tariffs that he was talking about charging them, we end up paying those tariffs, okay? Those extra tax, we're the ones that are being hurt from it. Now, there's more people, even the ones that had chosen Trump, even those people realize, like those companies that they work for, those companies aren't giving them bonuses this year. They're not getting bonuses this year because those companies have to take all their cash reserves and buy up more product at a cheaper price, okay, before Trump gets in office, because they don't know what he's going to do about the tariffs. Now, another thing that's an effect of that, is that with this situation, because now they have to pay for more overhead to hold all those extra products and stuff like that, they pass that expense on to us, the consumer. So now you're going to start noticing there's going to be higher prices in the grocery store when we thought that prices would be coming down. Trust me, at this moment, we are screwed, okay? And it's because he hadn't even did anything yet. But just because of the terminology and the strategy he used, he pumped so much fear into companies, and now they have to do something to combat what if he does, right? Even if he hasn't done anything yet, but they're like, well, what if he does? So they are protecting themselves from that. All right. So a lot of you people that was maybe expecting like a Christmas bonus and stuff like that, you more likely won't be getting those bonuses. Now, there's something else I want to tell you about, this Trump effect. All right. The people aren't paying attention. All right. So you all heard about Pepsi closing down. All right. Now, there's a tire company in the U.S. had 125 employees. They just closed down out of nowhere. You're going to have a lot more companies just closing down. Now, here's the reason why. Not only is because of the Trump effect, but also because they're getting more automation. Okay? So they closed the company down for 3-4 months to retool to get more automation. Now, we don't have to hire all this extra employees and stuff. So you're going to see more people that are in the blue collar industry that are going to be losing their jobs. And it's not because of it's not because of the company not wanting, it's because they're switching over to automation. So you're going to have more people losing their jobs. You're going to have higher prices. So these are just a few of the things that's happening because of the Trump effect. All right. People were talking about, well, it's going to be good for the economy. Well, again, he's not even in. And now grocery stores, other companies, they're using all their cash reserves to buy up more products and stuff. So that means that you're going to end up having to borrow more money to try to pay for these products and everything. So I just wanted to bring this to you all's attention. You know, hey, maybe he would forgive PPP loan or have something to do with forgiving PPP loan. We don't know. But right now, I do know for sure that your grocery bill or our grocery bill is going to go up because of what he said. Not what he did, but because of what he said. All right. So I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.